Blessings of the goddess.
An elemental rod. I should take this back to the altar. There, finished.
The moon seals are ancient talismans of the old gods. And in your case, they are the keys to unlocking an even greater gift.
Is that why Wanda was here? In pursuit of this gift?
Just as we started with you as a child, I allowed Wanda to experiment here, with the hope of focusing her powers through training in basic elemental magic.
But that is not what happened.
Wanda's connection to the old gods, to Chthon, was not the same as yours. She isn't descended from the blood, and the trials weren't meant for her.
But you knew this before she started.
I did. And you should understand that I regret not putting a stop to her efforts sooner.
Then what really happened here?
When Wanda tried to use this moon seal to access the next trial, the Bloodgate didn't open, but the seal's power did have an effect. She had visions, both terrible and somehow alluring at the same time. What started as idle curiosity became a compulsion for her.
And now I am on the same path. So, where is the next Bloodgate?
Beyond the Standing Stones, if memory serves. I doubt you'll have any trouble finding it. The second Bloodgate. I should warn you, Hunter. You may find the trial ahead more difficult than I originally let on. The gods will push you harder, and you might very well fail.
And if I do?
You dust yourself off and you get back in there. Or you train, rethink your approach, and come back later, when you feel ready.
And what if I am hurt? Or worse still, what if something happened to Charlie?
Neither of you will be harmed, dear. That's not what this is about. The Elder Gods want to see what you're made of, but they're not out to get you. Well, except Chthon, but you already knew that.
Then I should make an attempt while I am here.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Just enjoy yourself. You're the only one getting an opportunity like this.
I will do my best.
Oh, and Hunter? I should mention, you'll only be able to make one attempt at the trials per night. Even the old gods grow weary of their children eventually. Good luck. When many of the Elder Gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, set upon our world to slay these monsters. In that sense, Atum fight well, Hunter, and he may just honor you with his blessing.
Some for the rest of us. They cannot possibly match your strength. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me. I saw a movie like this centuries ago. Your time.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster himself. He even became known as the Demigorgon, the God Eater.
If this is a cautionary tale, your timing could use some work. Now that was something.
Just imagine how much more difficult this would be if Charlie wasn't there to join you. I think you owe me a treat after this.
Welcome assistance. It is time. You were too weak for this fight.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training in.
Let us see if they have an answer for this. Your mother abandoned you. dressed. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Now that was something.
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter.
This looks like a...
With Atum's help, you shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds. Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there?
Autumn, show me the way. He sees our path. Autumn be praised.
curious.
Autumn does not answer. Ah, I see.
abbey exudes a comforting aura. I can see why the Sons enjoy living here.
Hey, the mission's not over until we all breathe a sigh of relief. Okay, what's the next mission?
Hunter.
What is it like to have a tan? Does it hurt?
Always on the hunt, right?
Yo, I'm just glad we didn't get pulled over. The hell ride isn't exactly street legal.
Don't ask me how many times Iron Man has asked me to charge his phone.
One of my old high school friends was watching us fight Hydra.
Why, hello, Hunter.
You know, the end of the world is really messing up my travel plans.
Where did you plan to go?
All over the place. Calcutta, Vladivostok, Cape Town, Perth. Maybe swing through Transia on the way back.
I see. You were going to these places to hunt vampires.
No. Maybe. It's not the primary reason, but yes, it might happen.
And why do you want to travel?
Meet up with some other vampire hunters across the world? Share some new tactics?
So it is about hunting vampires.
So you think you're clever for guessing the professional vampire hunter wants to hunt more vampires?
No. Maybe.
You need to stop hanging around Parker. There better be a next time. We better get back to stopping the prophecy now. I feel weird after meditating.
Blade said it was weird that I sleep with my guns. It's prepared. Look it up.
Thought it might be nice to get away from the others and not talk for a change.
So we are going to fight again?
Not exactly. You've proven you can handle yourself with a sword, Hunter. But a warrior's greatest weapon is their mind. Yoga requires discipline, balance, and control. 3 things I'm hoping you've got in spades. How about we grab a couple of mats and find out?
Agatha instructed me in multiple postures from the original sutras themselves. I would be happy to show you a few techniques.
Well, I didn't exactly learn my asanas from the mall, Hunter.
Okay, Blade. Let us do this.
Was hoping you'd say that. Now sit down, relax, empty your mind. Or as Magic likes to say, pretend you're Robbie.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony. How may I assist you today? Not bad, right?
Until next time.
Better than nothing. Back again. We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here.
New and improved.
All right, then.
Looks like it's getting hot in here. I'm used to being outnumbered at this point. I needed. This would be a lot easier if you guys just give up now. Coming at you! This one's for you! Here we go again. Sorry, but you had it coming. Oh, this should be good. I'm on it. At least you get to travel to new, exciting destinations before you get beat up. Nothing personal, but I think you're out of your league here. You must be pretty brave. I know I wouldn't want to fight us. I'm on it. My Greek mythology is a little rusty, but didn't the Hydra originally have 9 heads? I do feel pretty amazing. Try this on for size. Here we go again. You guys are really gonna get hurt if you're not careful. Starting to get annoying! I like our chances! Maybe, I don't know, you should have asked Lilith for cooler outfits? It must be tough losing all the time. For, like, decades. Comes the heat. Gotta be honest, you didn't leave me much choice. I'm going for it! You can still run away. I promise we won't chase you. I'm an asshole. Should come in handy. Oh, this should be good. Scratch. Guess we're not done. Wish I had some super healing right about now. This is for you. Right, feeling it. one's for you! That armor must be stronger than it looks. Otherwise, you're in trouble. If you guys just give up now. Like it's up to me. Not to brag, but I feel pretty good right now.
Time for a quick test run. I like it when we're in control of the situation. Jerk store called. They're running low on you guys. Get the done any way you know how. My lawyers tell me I'm not liable for any evil-related injuries. I'm I'm saving my energy till we need it. What'd you expect? Don't mind if I do. This shouldn't take long. Sleep it off. This should go good. Precisely what I needed. Let's do it. Here we go. I bet you guys couldn't even beat the security guards in my parking garage. Sure, why not? I'm saving my energy. They don't all have to be pretty. This shouldn't take long. That's like a promotion, right? Can I be a captain, too? This should be good. That'll work. Here we go. Still online. Tracking multiple targets. Getting it done any way we know how. Whatever gets the job done. I'm saving this for a special occasion. Hey, it worked, didn't it? Let's do it. They won't know what hit him. Who designed your armor? Because it looks like junk. This should be good. Ought to improve the odds.
That should be no sweat. You really think that'll be enough? Is that all? I'm not sure if it's ethical for people like us to beat up chumps like you. Let's do it! Go. These monsters are wild and unpredictable. These Rent-A-Mercs have no gumption. Ready up! Got their tactics from the back of a magazine. This. Next time I won't go easy. Let me give you a hand. Got a one-track mind. Here we go. Let's do it. Enjoy your nap. Think I can punch through a moon now? Like it'd be cheaper just to replace you guys with robots. I bet Tony would cut Faustus a deal. And what did we learn today? Don't worry, I can made that so much worse. They just don't know when to quit. There's still time for you to run away. Not a problem. Which arm are you guys again? Arm D, B team, third string? No way they're ready for this. It's about time. That looked like it hurt. Hydra Green is iconic. If you're a low-rent mercenary, I mean. After 80 years of failure, Hydra would throw in the towel already. Hydra's medical plan can cover the beating we're about to put on you. Now they're really in trouble. How you guys normally operate? Don't make the same mistake twice. The more the merrier. Coming. Wonder what the desertion rate is for Hydra lackeys. Take this. Tell him who sent you. Hydra's medical plan can cover the beating we're about to put on you. I'm on it. At least Hydra Green is iconic. If you're a low-rent mercenary, I mean. I think after 80 years of failure, Hydra would throw in the towel already. Let's do it! At least monsters are wild and unpredictable. These Rent-A-Mercs have no guts. team? Third string? You should have known better.
Peace.
Hunter! Someone is griefing me, Hunter.
We must fight this head on.
Thank you! Peter said to just let it go, but it happens every friggin' game. I team up with them, they don't shoot at anything, spam my chat, and eventually just kill me.
Oh, I assumed you were talking about the Norwegian Gravitas curse. Why do you not change teammates?
I tried, but they use different tags every time. Bach for Life, Centuries of Slumber, Mom Slayer, Dragoons are goons. All the same person, all are targeting me.
Perhaps it is a sign to leave the game, go outside, and experience the world.
You mean the world full of things trying to kill us? We spent too much time in it already. I prefer my escapism digital, if you don't mind. I guess it was different back in your day.
Back in my day, as you call it, we would summon spirits and command them to play out competitive scenarios for our entertainment. I can show you if you would like.
Whoa, that's hardcore. I'll stick to tangible gaming platforms.
Hunter.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Feeling good today, girl?
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
You're looking well, Chief.
Put a priority. Stay out of trouble.
Apologies for the delays. Steve and I are holding down the fort here, alone, and given my condition, I'm just not myself.
Yeah, because that's a new problem for you.
Shut up, Tony. You're more than just the Hulk, Bruce. You're one of the most brilliant scientific minds on this planet.
Indeed. And it's time for you to share some of that brilliance with us, Dr. Banner. When can we expect to see your findings?
Keep telling you. Gremlins.
Losing power. On arc reactors 1 and 3. Facing complete defensive grid failure.
Impossible. Even for her. Okay, improbable.
Incoming Hydra gunships. We're being completely overrun. Missiles targeting us.
No. Stay calm, Bruce.
I am calm. I am always calm.
Bruce!
Keep working the comms. I may be able to restore the system if I can get close enough to the tower. What do you say, Junior? Think you could back me up out there in case Mommy Darkest arrives?
Anytime.
Next time we visit the tower, I'll give you the grand tour.
You may need to clean up a bit first.
We're dropping you to a position just outside the battle zone. A little extra caution. Better safe than sorry.
Do not make it too far. Do not want to miss out on the fighting.
Tony, that you? The entire defensive perimeter's been taken out. Better get down here soon or there'll be nothing left to save.
Way ahead of
you. Sorry I'm late. Sensors got your energy signature confused with a flock of radioactive pigeons. It's a New York thing. Yeah, I'd maybe add a couple more O's onto that.
I thought the doctor said your defenses were down.
They are. Didn't say anything about our defenders, though.
I'm Steve. Welcome to the fight.
We will not fail.
Over the years, Lilith's disciples have come.
The gunships are targeting us with rockets.
I'm glad you're all getting acquainted out there, but if you could focus your attention on those Hydra soldiers, that'd be great. I'll work on getting the defenses back online, but you're on your own until then.
I could probably do that a little faster. I did design the system.
We don't have time for your ego right now.
Just an observation.
Welcome assistance.
This shouldn't take long.
enemy down.
I am not in the mood for hide and seek right now.
Feeling a little off.
Targeting systems active.
Hydra really did a number on these systems. And what happened to the failsafes? Did you even have any? I'm not sure I'd brag about this time.
Oh, well, let me know when Banner Industries releases your model, and I'll be sure to take a look.
Your fate is sealed.
That'll work. Ought to improve the odds. Don't mind if I do. I'm saving my energy till we need it. Does Hydra even pay you enough to cover your medical bills?
We will never forsake her.
You just made my list.
Match this.
One of them went dark.
You're fine.
Hardly a scratch. Looks like they have got help.
Serve her with honor.
Closer. Power distribution is coming back online. Should be able to reactivate the... Wait, what? Why are those even connected?
But we don't have time for your ego, Tony. Let's do it.
Target is clear. I am impressed. Let's take them down together. Now that's how it's done. advantage is mine.
Target sight.
Engaging.
Someone order a sandwich? Help is at hand.
No one gets away.
I'll do whatever I can.
Reactors are online. Internal sensors are recalibrating. We're almost there. Just hold out a little bit longer.
Understood. The devil is in the details.
I find the devil is everywhere these days.
I am going to enjoy getting to know you.
Getting it done any way you know how.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
Next time, stay home.
Sure, why not? How much better can I get? Here we go. They won't know what hit them.
Let's settle this. They cannot possibly match your strength.
Where do you think you're going?
What's our contingency plan? No place to hide.
We've got one in concealment.
You are not ready for me. Bruce, I know you're under
Defenses activated while there's still a tower left to defend?
I think I've finally got everything initialized. Won't be much longer now.
do it.
Systems damage.
Whatever gets the job done.
Enemy locked and tracking.
Get my barracks.
Confirmed enemy target.
Weak, even for Hydra.
This shall be of great help.
Move back.
That might have been one shot too many. Incoming rocket.
This shall be of great help.
Quickly, to the top of the tower.
At least we know Hydra's commitment to cowardice remains unchanged.
Much like their commitment to just plain sucking.
Maybe we will survive this battle unscathed.
Never, ever say that. That's pretty much Hero 101.
Arc Reactor 1 going critical. Attempting shutdown now. Wait, what the hell's a prefix code?
The ultimate safeguard. Lucky for us, the one person on Earth who knows it is right here. Okay, capital H-U-L.
Tony, tell me your super secret code is not Hulk Smash.
Don't be ridiculous. It's Hulk Smash 1234. Transmitting now.
Got it.
Cute, but you're playing with the big boys now. Hail Hydra! I'm gonna rip you a new one!
Don't let Lilith inflict...
That explosion just shorted out half our systems.
It's working out.
I'll be lucky if I can keep the reactor from going full overload.
Love it when a plan comes together.
We get it, Rumlow. Let's do this.
That'll work.
Focus on Tony's target.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
This shouldn't take long. Hope Hydra has good insurance.
Roger that. They're not going to like this.
Precisely what I needed. Sure, why not? I'm saving my energy.
You a new one. Kiss this. Hold still.
Hydra en route.
Your legendary savior? You're supposed to be Lilith's kid, right? Must be the runt of the litter.
Come closer, and I will show you just how hard this runt can bite.
Here we go. I gotta say, that Hydra thing is pretty stale. Got any new material? This shouldn't take long. Looks like you could use this.
You sure that's the spot?
You guys should talk to your union rep. I don't think you're supposed to be fighting on our level yet.
Rip you a new one! Ooh!
That's not right.
Hold this for me, would you?
Now you're making me mad. They're sending in reinforcements. Don't give up. Target confirmed. It's nice of Lilith to keep restocking the practice dummies for us.
All who serve Lilith will fall. Welcome assistance. This is all coming back to me.
That's not gonna stop me! You finally got a piece! Save them!
I will aid you if I can.
I've been meaning to try out this new surgical rig.
Arm Alpha reinforcing.
Finally getting some FaceTime with the big man himself. Always wanted to get a closer look at that shield of yours, Cap. It'll make a nice souvenir.
Careful what you wish for.
How much is Lilith paying you guys anyway? It can't be enough.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hardly a flesh wound.
Welcome assistance.
Right. Barely even noticed it. Sorry, but I'm gonna live. Might as well line up, suckers. I'm here to get paid.
Reinforcements on approach.
Surprised you had the courage to come down here and face us yourself, Rumlow. Hydra suddenly pay you extra for honor?
And miss the look on your face? Trust me, Rogers, nothing could keep me away from here today.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
Get the dungeon ready now.
Leave some for the rest of us.
should help a little. That'll work. Ought to improve the odds.
You think that hurts? It's gonna take more than that. Let's get it on. Oh, I hope. Souvenir for you.
Brace yourselves, people. Company's coming.
Can't take much more of this. We got incoming fire.
They do not stand a chance.
Ever heard of personal space? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. I don't help. Just another scar. I'm gonna rip you a new one. Hope you got a good corner. Let's slow this down.
You're almost here. Hold position.
This didn't go like I hoped. We got incoming fire.
I'll make good use of this.
Let's do it. My lawyers tell me I'm not liable for any evil-related injuries. Sure, why not?
And the target's in sight.
Now we're getting serious.
Your time has come.
Not as powerful as Lilith had hoped.
We've done it.
You Pee-wee Scout sure had me worried for a second. Was afraid I wouldn't get the chance to use this.
Hold that thought.
What's our status, Brucey? You good?
Oh, yes. So good.
Tony, was that a gamma burst? Why am I reading a gamma burst coming from inside the tower?
Not to worry, everything is fine, all part of the plan. Bruce, what the hell is going on down there?
Something far worse than hell, Tin Man. Ah!
Like I said before.
The Dark Mother thanks you so much for the Gamma Accelerator. Couldn't have done it without you, Tony.
Did I miss something?
He is lost to us. Fallen to my mother's corruption.
Yeah, sort of a thing now. You played us. Well, played me. The code, this. Also, you could steal your precious accelerator. Fight her off, Bruce. We both know you're much stronger than this.
Always trying to play the hero, Tony. Well, here's your chance. Save the world. Take the shot. Disappointing.
Tony, I don't know what to say.
Then don't say anything, because I don't want to talk about it.
Tony at a loss for words? That's a first.
It's happened before, and it's never a good sign. He's deeply shaken.
Let's be real.
We should talk.
You're right. Let's talk about how your mother just turned one of my best friends against us.
The anger you feel is good. Hold it tight, that it may fuel you in the battle to come.
In my experience, I find it's best to keep a clear head.
You have never fought anyone like Lilith before. Clarity of purpose will not be enough. The flames of our conviction must burn hotter than hellfire if we are to succeed.
Anger didn't help Bruce, and believe me when I say, he's the angriest man I've ever known. Listen, I know what happened to Bruce isn't your fault.
But
I'd be a fool if I said I trust you completely. You're Lilith's kid. Could your mother turn you the same way she turned Bruce? What if she has already?
If that were the case, none of you would be standing here right now.
You might be right, which is part of the problem. I don't know anymore. This is beyond anything I've ever faced before. These people look to me for guidance, but it feels like I'm stumbling around in the dark.
I was told you are a soldier.
I was. A long time ago.
Then you know war is always uncertain. Learn from this experience, and ensure that it never happens again. Or give in to doubt, and surrender now.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Not exactly my branch of the service, but I get the point. You know, I think I might have misjudged you, Hunter.
I am the child of the Dark Mother. It is only right for you to be wary.
I appreciate that, but the truth is, I was angry about Bruce, and I took it out on you. That's on me. I'm sorry. Let's start over. Hi, I'm Steve Rogers. What do you say we get to know each other?
I sense there is a past between you and Crossbones.
He's a mercenary. Real name, Brock Rumlow.
Does not seem to like you very much.
We go way back. He even killed me once.
So you are an immortal?
Only if you listen to the Avengers marketing team. It's a long story, but no, I bleed just the same as you. Well, not the same as you, or Carol, or Bruce. Even Tony and Steven, I guess. But look, I'm mortal.
I am glad we had a chance to speak, Steve Rogers.
I am too, Hunter. You're not too bad at this leadership thing yourself. Starting to feel like I could go another 12 rounds. No time like the present. See you around, Hunter.
Dr. Banner's mind could get hacked. Poor guy.
Well, that was crazy. I didn't have Avengers Tower goes boom on my end of the world bingo card.
This is not a game, Deadpool. It was a major loss.
So what, a guy's not allowed to deflect with humor? Lighten the mood a little? It's getting stuffy around here.
Be careful not to go overboard with the jokes.
I'm not gonna use everyone's traumatic backstory for my stand-up routine, if that's what you mean.
We all thank you for that.
I'm just saying morale has been in the dumps since the big guy joined Wanda in Brainwash Town.
I have noticed.
I feel for him, you know?
You do?
Not having any control over your body. Been there, done that. Not a big fan. I'd rate it a big fat 0.
I understand what you were saying.
Didn't know you were part of the Body Snatchers Club.
Yes. My collar helps me stay in the light.
I'm joking around, because what happened to your pals gives me the heebie-jeebies, and I relate to them, okay?
Do not worry, Deadpool. We will recover them.
Then we can all trauma bond. It'll be totes fun. Well, time to go around the Abbey and deliver joy like Santa Claus.
Please, do not do that.
Boo! No fun!
Lilith has a Hulk now. In here I thought we were in shit before.
Now that Banner has turned all evil scientist...
You wanted a word?
Yes, about Banner.
Do not worry, Sarah. I will take care of him.
I wish it was that simple. You need to fully understand the gravity of the threat he poses to us now.
Banner is a brilliant scientist. No doubt Lilith will find a way to exploit that.
You've never met his alter ego. See, Lilith doesn't just have Banner's genius IQ at her disposal. She has the Hulk, and that's like having a god fight by her side.
God or not, he's not invincible.
That's just the thing. For all intents and purposes, the Hulk is invincible, or close to it. But I don't need to convince you. You will see soon enough. Okay, I've said my piece. I just hope you heard it. You've never fought anything like the Hulk before. Well, you know my thoughts on the matter.
Yes, Sarah, but not everyone's like you. Some of us find it a little difficult to shoot at our friends.
expecting. Saving the world requires making painfully difficult decisions.
Hunter, I see the battle at the Avengers Tower has left you relatively unscathed.
Relatively. But Lilith has done far more damage than even we imagined.
Yes, I've heard about what happened with Dr. Banner. Lilith is flexing her power in more ways than one. If we weren't the target of her ire, I might have said I was impressed by her growing resourcefulness.
She will resort to anything to save herself.
There's more to it than that, Hunter. Lilith seems unusually driven in her efforts.
You suspect she has something even greater in mind?
You can be sure that Lilith is only going to get more dangerous the longer this goes on. And while we may be forced to wait for her next move, you can still continue your work on the grounds.
You think it will help?
The more you come to understand about your mother, the better prepared you'll be when it comes time to face her again. And if you happen to gain a blessing or two from the old gods in the process, I'm sure it can't hurt.
I will keep looking for more of Wanda's notes and other materials.
Let me know if you need my help, dear. I know I've asked a lot of you recently, dear, especially when it comes to these little excursions, but there is one more thing you could do to make an old witch happy.
If it were not so good to see you again, I might think you were taking advantage of me.
Hunter. You certainly are the product of your environment. Between Sarah and I suppose we're just lucky you didn't turn out more cynical. Besides, this might be interesting. Now that the altar is in working order, we just need to reignite my cauldron.
How interesting can that be? Your cauldron was always churning with some concoction in the old days.
Yes. And how do you think that was possible? It's not just any flame we're talking about here. Maybe you've heard tale of the demon fueling the forge? A fire-breathing demon, no less, blazing as hot as the flames of hell itself. Fortunately, I'll only require a single ember.
I can see where this is going. How do I find it?
I've enchanted this vessel to protect you from the ember's heat. You should be able to get close enough to retrieve it through one of the old mine tunnels beneath the forge. If you have any trouble, I think you should take Charlie. She's always had a nose for finding things around here.
Feeling good today, girl?
I get where Tony's coming from. If a Midnight Sun turned vampire...
I told you I don't want to talk about it. Not talking about it won't make it less real. Banner has betrayed us and the tower has fallen. As Lilith rises, we fall.
We were always so worried about the damage the Hulk could do.
quietly cheered to ourselves when we thought he might be gone for good. We never once considered what Banner's mind is capable of, unhinged. I should have seen this coming.
Beating yourself up will not bring the tower back. I should know. I've been where you are now, spending countless hours blaming myself for the loss of the Sanctum, for Wanda.
Yeah? Well, maybe you didn't blame yourself enough. Some of us don't shrug off our failures so casually.
I know you're angry, but if you're looking for a punching bag, may I suggest using the one in the yard and not me?
There you go again. Throwing in the towel before the fight is over.
You're the only one who's fighting. Now take it outside, Tony. I've had enough. I fear the loss. Perhaps you will have.
What is it, Charlie? Find something? Blessings of the goddess. This must be an ember from the forge.
We're in a war for the very soul of our world, Hunter. Sentimentality gets us killed.
I have the ember. The bottle is not even warm.
If it were giving off any heat at all, I'd be concerned, given the enchantment on that vessel. Now, let's see if this old girl still works.
So I can use the cauldron to brew... things?
Essentially, yes. Collect reagents on the Abbey grounds. You'd be surprised what we can make use of.
And I just dropped the ingredients in. Is that not dangerous?
That's part of the fun, isn't it? And I see you've already found a recipe book. I doubt you'll have any trouble following along. It's always good to see you.
Why are we moping around? Let's get out there and avenge the Avengers Tower.
Battle we must make sacrifice.
Let me guess. You're here to tell me I screwed up. That I should have taken the shot at Banner when I had the chance. Go ahead, Hunter. What are you waiting for? Say it. Tell me I screwed up.
You did not do anything wrong, Tony. You just could not bring yourself to kill your comrade.
I was weak. I let my love for him get in the way.
No, Tony. Your loyalty and empathy are strengths, not weaknesses.
The hell they are. They blinded me to what was actually going on. Damn it, why didn't I see Bruce slipping away? I should have known something was going on with him. All the red flags were there, and I ignored them. Some grand genius I am. I have 3 masters, a PhD from MI-freaking-T, and I sat at the helm of one of the planet's greatest companies, but I couldn't even see what was screaming right in front of my face. How did I let him play me like that?
Your own intellectual pride allowed him to play you.
My intellectual pride? Just what the hell are you getting at?
Lilith used your arrogance against you.
Arrogance? How dare you?
I dare because I have to. We are not in control anymore, Tony. No one is safe. No fortress impenetrable. Not now. With my mother emboldening Hydra forces, there is nothing she cannot touch.
You know, this little pep talk isn't really working for me.
And perhaps I should take my leave.
Yeah, you do that, boss. Leave.
Tony.
Aliens, clones, rampant AIs devised by my own hand. Never foresaw demons.
A beacon of hope is now lost forever, thanks to my sister.
I'm glad no one inside the tower was hurt during the chaos. Except for the actual tower. But buildings are replaceable. People, not so much.
Oh, poor thing. I feel the torment within you. The pain. It pains me to see you so angry with me.
As it pains me to lose a valued friend.
Bruce will be pleased to know you feel as such. He appreciates your companionship as well.
You misunderstand me. I do not miss Dr. Banner. I mourn him. Yet another soul fallen to your twisted call.
More lies taught to you by Sarah and her pet witch. I do not compel Dr. Banner. I released him. Released him from the shackles of those who've sought to control him his entire life. Such a unique mind. Such a powerful soul. Held in check for so long by his lesser. I cannot help but see the similarity to you, precious child. Will you not allow me to help you achieve the same? To find a true purpose. Achieve peace.
You will never control me.
Have you not been listening? That is the opposite of what I desire. When the time comes, you will stand by my side. Freely. I would never have it otherwise.
And I thought I was the one who was dreaming.
You have been asleep far too long, child. You must pierce the veil of their false prophecy and... wake up.
I will never get used to that. Is this what you wanted to show me? A mushroom?
Fascinating, isn't it? Some of the rarest species of flora I've ever seen. Carol says there are mushrooms growing in these woods that were thought extinct decades ago. And that tree over there? I'm pretty sure it just winked at me.
I did not realize you were so interested in nature, Tony.
Oh, I'm not. I have terrible allergies. I'm just petrified to be inside.
Tony.
I know. I'm sure it will be all fine in the end. I mean, look at us. First time I laid eyes on you, I assumed you were gonna swallow my soul. And now here we are, two friends, enjoying a moment.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
You're right, of course. I'm just surprised you didn't work in a basilisk or giant spider or some other terrible monstrosity you've beheaded over the years.
Yes, I suppose your situation is not unlike unraveling the web of Rorg, the Spider King. One strand at a time.
And there it is. Well, I suppose it's time to get back to the old Abbey before Caretaker sicks the hounds of hell on us. Well, hound.
Are you sure? I could stay outside longer if...
No, I'm good. Better, in fact. Owe you one. Besides, that tree I mentioned that winked at me before, I think it just took a few steps closer.
No! Oh, and you were so close to knocking that gorilla off its platform.
Hey, Hunter.
Mind if I join you?
Please do.
Peter, were you raised in New York City?
Yeah, in Queens. Also home to more villains than I care to count.
Why are there so many villains in Queens?
I have no idea. I never really thought about it.
Perhaps they see you as a worthy opponent.
No way. I'm usually the one who finds them. They never want the attention.
Maybe you seek out worthy opponents?
Nah, I just look out for my neighborhood.
Maybe they like having Spider-Man around to deal with the other villains?
So they keep my focus split. That is devious. Downright villainous. I think you're onto something. Now that's an excellent time.
I don't freaking believe it. Wanda falls and everyone's like, oh freaking well, she was kind of messed up anyway, move on. But their golden boy Banner betrays them and they all fall apart? What do you think? You don't think this whole Bruce Wanda thing is fair either, right?
Fair? What do you mean, Nico?
Oh, come on. You see the double standard too. I know you do. All they care about is losing Bruce. It's as if Wanda never existed. Now we all have to sit around and cuddle Stark through his grief. Who was there for us when Wanda was taken, huh? Where was our Kleenex and freaking group therapy?
The Avengers, Caretaker. They do not care about Wanda and never will.
I know, right?
You were right in believing that they will only take care of their own. Perhaps it is time to do the same.
What do you mean?
You want them to save Wanda, but maybe it is you who should save her.
That's not a bad idea. I can already see this pissing off Caretaker, which is even more of a reason for me trying. You know, I bet if they had a shot at saving their precious Banner Boy, they wouldn't hesitate. How long has Wanda been gone? We've waited long enough for someone to take action. And action is just what I might take.
Can we hang out? It really doesn't feel like the world is ending. Hey, Hunter,
Hey, Can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Put a Thanks, Hunter.
Hunter, if you have a moment.
It's an odd change of pace, but you're going to have to protect that Hydra equipment rather than destroy it. Don't waste any time. Take them out before they can do any serious damage. Those soldiers are targeting the device. Do whatever it takes to stop them.
That was really something.
Make way for vengeance!
Good here. Impressive. fully intend to make this as miserable as possible for you. Fair warning.
You've got another problem to deal with. They may not be among Lilith's faults, but don't expect any less of a fight from that one.
I admit I do like the looks of that shield. Watch and learn. I truly doubt they're paying you enough for what's about to happen. Prepare yourself. It's remarkable how well Hydra manages to attract new recruits despite decades of ineptitude. Let me show you the way.
That's not gonna stop me! It's gonna take more than that! All will be judged!
To flank.
Let's get it on! If you run, I'm just gonna shoot you in the back!
Living up your reputation for once.
Hardly a flesh wound.
You don't realize what you've done.
How much more of this can I endure? Let's put it to good use. Be my victim.
No one is to blame but yourself.
Sorry, but I'm gonna live. You're fighting barely even noticed it. You've left me no choice. it something?
Interesting tactic. Serious. Might as well line up, suckers. I'm here to get paid. She never failed me. Enough with the runaround. He does seem like a natural foil to the captain, doesn't he? Watch close. This should aid me in my fight.
I'll have to do better this time.
By the will You've been deceived by Lilith, and it may very well cost you your life.
Vengeance is Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. How about we go because I'm gonna ram it into your stomach and break your damn spine.
Something tells me you aren't the product of higher education.
Accept your hand. Just another scar.
Follow my movement. Lilith Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time.
Take very gracious of you. You clowns like to juggle.
Lilith has certainly recruited an interesting cabal.
A welcome surprise. Now remember who started this. Your reputation is in shambles.
Looks like we've acquired some new hardware courtesy of Hydra. Good work.
Magic surprise party is nearly upon us. Party is prepped and everyone did their part and I'm not even stressing about it. That Parker guy is chatty, but he worked fast and made the time fly.
That is good to hear.
Oh, it's nearly time! Head to the party, wait with the others, I'll bring magic, you yell surprise when we walk in, and then the party is on!
I will head there now.
Surprise!
Surprise?
Oh my, what a surprise.
Happy birthday?
I had no idea.
What concerns you?
Just me, or is Magic not having a good time?
I heard magic does not like surprises.
No, that can't be it. We're friends. I'd know if that was true, right? I don't get it. Everyone loves surprise birthday parties. I should know. I missed out on a few when I was on the run.
Why are you so concerned?
Wanda is gone. Bruce Banner is fighting for the other team, and the world's going to actual hell if we don't stop it. A birthday party is a good way to lift everyone's spirits. I'm sure we can fix this. You mind letting her know it's time to cut the cake?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Did you get her anything?
What a delightful distraction. Though I find my work at the Forge invigorating, the occasional entertainment prevents burning out.
It is good to take a break when you can.
Oh, I meant literal burning from the inside out. One of the hazards of manipulating Hellfire.
This all came together nicely.
Are you surprised?
Somewhat. Nico's plans get ahead of her, at times. But this is... it's quite pleasant.
Haven't been to a surprise party in years.
Who was it for?
My dad.
Best to drop it.
Nah, Peter's cool.
What did I say?
Dad is, he passed.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Good memories. But they can sting, you know?
I know it all too well.
You too? Oh, it sucks, man.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you two are bringing down the party.
Oh, You're right. Okay, it's not the night for family drama.
Night's still young.
This party was a great idea. Maybe it'll cheer up the Avengers.
You think so?
It's a party, right? I hope it helps them feel at home.
This is great. I wish the other heroes did stuff like this.
Celebrate birthdays?
Yeah. I guess it's difficult when you don't know each other's real names, or actual birthdays, which would completely invalidate our secret identities. But why are we talking about this when there's cake to cut?
From everything I'd heard about the Abbey, I hadn't expected it to be so festive.
What did you hear?
Just the basics from Tony and Carol. They made it sound like a wayward home for troubled youths.
Do you believe that?
So far, I see heroes throwing a birthday party for one of their teammates. It's what the Avengers used to do before we got so busy. Treasure these moments. They'll keep you going when times are tough.
I prefer smaller parties. My last birthday had 2,000 guests.
How do you know thousands of people?
I wouldn't say I know them. Most of them are business flunkies, glad-handers, general hangers-on. Half the night I'm shaking hands and managing expectations. I spend so much time as Mr. Stark, I'm lucky if I get to be Tony.
Those people are nothing to you. Why coddle them?
You have a point. Doesn't always need to be so sharp.
Been a while since we've been able to let loose.
The Avengers, you mean?
Yeah, we've been busy. We see far too much of each other, and yet nowhere near enough. I can't stop thinking about Bruce. I want to hate him for what he did, but I keep wondering if this was our fault. He always gets into trouble when he's alone. Did we blow him off? Did he reach out, but we missed it? I don't know.
Yes, that might be what happened. Do not let it happen with the others.
Yeah, I'm not always the best with interpersonal stuff. Doesn't mean I can't get better at it. Enough of my moping. I'm going to enjoy this party. I suggest you do the same.
Ooh, is this the kind of party where someone pops out of the cake?
I did not know such a thing existed.
Sure! You gotta hire the talent after the cake is baked, though. Learned that the hard way.
Magic is not very fond of surprises.
Nico thinks this is a good idea.
While I'm sure Nico's intentions are pure, we should think about what the birthday girl actually wants.
Why is everyone gathering in the common room?
We are throwing Magic a surprise party. Did you get the invite?
No. No, I did not.
I'm sure it was an oversight. You are welcome to stay.
Fantastic. I've always wanted to attend a surprise party. Should I change into a more formal gown? No, I suppose there is no time for that. I must mingle.
What?
Are you all right?
No, this is too much. It is all Nico's fault. And here she comes to fish for praise. I have endured enough of this. This has gone on long enough. You made me the center of attention I do not need at a party I did not want. So what do you want now? To cut the cake?
Magic, wait.
Fine. I will cut the cake.
Happy birthday?
Always wanted to do that.
Do what?
Smash a birthday cake so hard it explodes.
Liliana's my friend. How could I have missed this?
You should not blame yourself.
And why not? If I'd paid attention to what she wanted, I wouldn't have driven her away. I want to fix this, but I can't follow her to Limbo. Although, maybe you could?
Tell me what I need to do.
The Staff of One can bring you close to her. When you find her, could you talk to her? Make sure she's all right? That's all I care about.
What is the best way to approach magic?
I feel like I'm the last person you should ask. I'm sure the others have some advice.
All right. Send me after magic.
Okay. Here goes nothing. When blood is shed, let the Staff of One emerge. Thanks for doing this. Any questions, or are you ready to go?
I need a moment.
Can't hurt to ask. Tell me when you're ready and I'll send...
Who are you?
You made a wish, and I'm in the business of granting wishes. Tell me, why does your heart ache?
They forgot. Today is my...
Oh, sweetling, your birthday. What an awful way to learn what your family truly thinks of you.
They don't love me. Nobody does.
I can bring you to a magical kingdom, make you its queen, loved by all in its domain. But you have to wish it so.
I could never be as special as a queen.
Now. That's a lie your family would tell you. I happen to know you're a very special girl.
Before we go, I have a question.
Of course. Ask me anything, my queen.
Are you a monster?
Oh, child, I'm so much more than that. I'm a friend. The only one you'll ever need.
House in Limbo. What is this place?
Hunter, what are you doing here? It is not possible to enter Limbo without my knowing. How did you get here?
Nico used the Staff of One.
Of course. And why did she not come herself?
She thought it would make things worse.
Well, that makes two of us. Wait, if you found your way to this place, what did you hear?
Well, I think I know why you hate your birthday.
My deepest shame. You are the first beyond myself to know this. The first person, at least. The creature you heard brought me here. But my childish needs cursed me to this terrible place. I lost my childhood to one bad choice. I trusted a silver tongue instead of my own family.
I want to know who did this to you.
I did this to myself. The creature held no power over me until I allowed it. This day is an anniversary of my weakness. Nothing more.
Who you were does not matter. It is who you become that counts.
I would dismiss such words from anyone else. But you, of all people, would know this to be true. I should stay here this evening. I can endure the stares and whispers, but not tonight.
There is still a party going on. We can always go back.
You ask me to do a hard thing. But it is the right thing. That is your point, yes? I could not face them alone. And with you there, I will find the strength.
Could you tell me about the creature you mentioned?
Something I hope you never have the misfortune to meet. I can say no more.
Why not?
It hears when you speak its name. I refuse to give it this satisfaction.
What happened to it?
An eviction of sorts.
A permanent one?
That is my hope.
The creature said many strange things about you. How much was true?
None. All were lies to manipulate a stupid child. The creature brought me here to rule this place, but not as I do now. It desired a servant. Loyal, unthinking. A stupid child who believed its lies. I took great pleasure in disappointing it.
Why does this look like your room in the Abbey?
It doesn't. My room in the Abbey looks like this one. For years, this was the only place in Limbo where I was safe. Where I felt at home.
Are you ready to go?
No. But I will manage. I will open a portal. Let us return. Before I change my mind.
After you.
No, you first. I don't want you going through my stuff.
Magic,
Please, let me say something. All of you came here to celebrate. But I have little to celebrate on this day. Every year it brings painful memories. But I should not have reacted as I did. Please forgive me.
Hey, it's not a birthday party until someone destroys the cake. Usually that's Tony.
Oh, come on, Carol. It was one stray repulsor beam.
I didn't ruin the party?
Of course not.
We're all just glad you're back.
Yeah, you still have presents to open. Oh, and the cake! Nico and Dr. Strange cast a spell on the remains. They resurrected it, just like the Hunter.
There is...
You did good, kiddo.
Without magic, we are adrift. I would have dragged her back if she left me no other option.
That's not what I taught you back then. Seems we both had much to learn about how the world truly works. Enjoy the party.
Oh, one more thing. Did you happen to save a second slice of cake for me?
I'm sorry, kiddo. There wasn't enough to go around.
Oh,
Don't worry, I'll make another one soon. Just for you.
Really? But my birthday is months away.
Yes, but we have a few hundred of those to make up. It's a good enough excuse for me.
You're surprised to see her back so soon.
Are you enjoying the party?
Do I look like I enjoy parties?
Forgive me. I meant nothing by it.
Hunter, I'm messing with you. It's fine. Hey, what you did here? You showed the Midnight Suns where you stand. We won't forget it.
As parties go, this one is unforgettable.
Does that mean you are enjoying yourself?
I'm Tony Stark. When am I not enjoying myself? I think I'll get some more punch.
I'm surprised she came back with you.
Do you not think me capable?
I keep forgetting the stories. You're the hunter. Of course you're capable. Magic came back, which means she trusts you. And that's no small thing.
Ah. Back from your otherworldly jaunt and no worse for wear? Avoided the soul moths, did you?
Seems that way. Are you enjoying the party?
Your query is hopelessly flawed. The Sorcerer Supreme does not experience time in such a linear manner. You should not ask whether I enjoy this specific party. The true question is, how many parties do I enjoy at this very moment?
Have you been drinking?
Heavens no. But in the reality where Tony Stark is the Iron Man Supreme, he just served us the pie of Agamotto. Its rich texture and boundless truth have affected me somewhat. Whew. I should retire for the evening.
Magic seems in better spirits. How did you get her back here?
I listened to what she needed to say.
That's what a good leader does. You went above and beyond. Enjoy the party, Hunter.
So, what's Limbo like when you're off the beaten path?
Stranger than I expected.
That's what I figured. Give me alien worlds over magical hellscapes any day of the week.
See, it's still a party. We're kicking it! Or feeling it! Actually, I don't know what we're doing. I haven't been to many parties.
We are partying, right?
In retrospect, that should have been my first choice. Woo! Let's party!
I'm impressed, Hunter. I didn't think magic wanted to come back. Hey, did she say anything about how I was dressed?
It did not come up.
Doesn't mean she's not secretly harboring resentment. I've never been good at navigating human social dynamics.
You do not give yourself enough credit. I am happy to share your company.
And I yours. I know I look like a monster. That drives a lot of people away. So thank you for making me feel welcome.
Welcome back. Not many would be able to convince magic to return.
I'm glad I got through to her.
Have you learned anything?
Birthdays should not be celebrated in a group.
Only if the celebrations are unwanted.
Does that mean we can just skip aging?
If only it worked like that. Let's give magic some space to decompress.
All of this is so strange, so different.
Did you get enough to eat?
The caretaker saved me a piece of the resurrected cake.
Well, what did you think of the cake?
Cake is good. Slight hint of ozone, but that was my fault.
Talk to you later, Magic.
Thank you, Hunter. Truly. This is the first good birthday I've had in a really long time.
It looks like Magic is feeling better. She is better, right?
You know, you could just ask her.
Right, I should. I just don't want to make things any more awkward.
Let her enjoy the party. You can patch things up tomorrow.
Yeah, this isn't the best place for heartfelt apologies. So, party's still going. Are you sticking around?
I'm still ready to party.
Good. Let me know before you take off, okay?
Wow, that was fast. Did you bring me something back?
Yes, I returned with magic.
I'll take it.
Have you at least been enjoying yourself?
Deadpool's always the life of the party. Who needs a clown when you've got me?
Are you speaking of the giant red noses?
Weirdest gig I ever did was being the clown for a kid's birthday party. My balloon animals were a hit.
Let me guess. You only made snakes.
And I gave them tiny balloon guns.
Quite creative.
All right, time to hit the sack. But I'll go do that in private.
You calling it a night?
It is time for bed.
I can't thank you enough for doing this. Don't know how this would have ended without you. Good night, Hunter.
Good night, Nico.
Sorry, dear. Hope I didn't startle you. Hunter, hello.